Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely. Won't you start our reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada.
Good morning and welcome to Story Time. Thank you so much for joining me today. Happy Wednesday wherever you're joining us from. I am glad you're here. And today we are counting on each other. We are counting on community. This one is written and illustrated by the amazing Innosanto Nagara. Good morning to you and welcome to Story Time. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope you are ready. Please, as always, let me know where you're joining us from. And of course, let us know if anybody is joining in with you. Good morning to you and welcome to Story Time. Happy Wednesday. Thank you for joining in today. Good morning. Thank you. Let us see who is with us right now. Thank you so much for joining in. A great book indeed. A tiny book with a very big message for all of us. I hope you're enjoying the stories that we have for you this week, celebrating math and everything math related as we count different things in our community, as we keep on counting and appreciating and being inspired by the people that we're reading about in these books. Of course, we started off yesterday we're reading A Girl with a Mind for Math, and then on Monday we started off by counting with Little One, and today here we are counting on community. And so please stick around as well to find out what we will be reading tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us. Good morning to you, Jade and Ava. Scarlett, how are you doing today? Good morning to you, or good evening to you where you are. Thank you so much for joining in. Good morning to you. All right, absolutely love it. Linda West, you say good morning to you, Storytime community, from Sarah and Nathan. How are you doing out in Illinois? And Jade, you said hi to everybody. Good morning to you, Ava, Scarlett as well. Michelle Edwards, you say good morning to everybody. How are you doing today? I am glad you are here. And in cloudy Chicago, good morning to you, Ellen Edwards. How are you doing? Thank you for joining in. I hope you're ready for another amazing story. Of course, we read this one before on Story Time, but it is that nice to read another time. So thank you so much for joining in, and I hope you're ready. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for joining in. Good morning to you, everybody that is joining in. Remember, this week our focus is on math, and we're counting, and today is a special counting on community. Please remember to make this world a better place, not just for you, but for everybody around you. Thank you so much for joining in. Get comfortable, get cozy. We will get started with our story very, very soon. Absolutely. Good morning to you, Isabella, Leslie, Luis, and of course, Danny Rodriguez. How are you doing right here in Oakland? Thank you so much for joining in. Good morning to you. And Isabella, I will see you in class very soon. Thank you so much for joining in. Are we ready for this beautiful book that we have today? Yes, indeed. Giving time for people to get in, get comfortable, get cozy, and enjoy a great book. This one is called Counting on Community, written and illustrated by Innosanto Nagara, and of course being read with permission of 7 Stories Press. Thank you so much to all the creators, all the publishers, authors, and illustrators out there that are allowing us to share amazing material right here on Storytime as we continue to learn together. Thank you so much for joining in. Good morning to you, Zia in Berkeley. How are you doing today? And you are joining in with Namita. How are you, Namita and Zia out in Berkeley? Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining in. Jade, you're saying happy Wednesday, and you remember this from last year, Eva Scarlett? Yes, indeed, great memory, and I hope you enjoy it the second time. Thank you so much for sharing that. Lutabezi, how are you doing? Joining in with Marvin Njekwa all the way out in Lusaka, Zambia. Thank you so much for joining in. How are you doing today? Good evening to you out in Lusaka, Wonjekwa, and Lutabezi. Thank you so much for joining in. Good evening to you, Sonia Abrantes and João Tiago out in Portugal, Lisbon. Good morning to you. Also, good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us today. And good morning to you out in Seattle. Tari, how are you doing today? Please, Tari, let us know who is joining in with you. Good morning. Thank you for joining in Story Time today. Absolutely love it. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let us get started with our story, and then we'll be back to see who else is enjoying this beautiful, beautiful story with us today. All right, so here we go. All right, so Counting on Community, written and illustrated by Innosanto Nagara and read with permission of Seven Story Press. And there's something special about this book, kids. So look closely. On every page, look for the duck. It is there. So let's see if you can find it on every page. All right. Counting on Community. Can you see the duck? I feel like that was an easy one. Living in community, it's a lot of fun. Let's count the ways. Let's start with one. One stuffed piñata for every holiday. How about that? Can you see the duck? Where is that duck? Ah. Where are you, duck? I can't see it. Oh, there. Two neighbor friends always there to play. Yep, friends are amazing. Where is the duck? Can you find it? Before I do? Where are you? Oh, this one is a tricky one. I cannot see it. Should I just call it? I can't see the duck. Where are you, duck? Oh, well, I have to come back to this page, or maybe you can help me. Three urban farmers knee-deep in mud. Oh, the duck is easy to find on that one. Four fresh potatoes, one potato, two potato, three potato, spud. Can you spot the spud? And the duck? Five chunks of chalk on the sidewalk. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yes. I see all of them. Do you see the duck? Yes, right there. 6 music makers who totally rock. Aww. Can you see the duck? 7 bikes and scooters and helmets to share. Yes, indeed. Do not forget to wear a helmet when you're riding. Oh, and the duck. Where is the duck on this one? Can you see it? Oh, I can see it. I hope you were able to find it. Find the duck. 8 picket signs showing that we care. Yes, indeed. 8 picket signs showing that we care. Can you see the duck? Where's your picket sign, duck? 9 tasty dishes. Yummy, yummy potluck. Oh, do you see your favorite food? I think I need to add some Zambian food to this. I need to add some nshima right there. 10 hefty hens. Oh, wait. Is one of them a duck? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, it is a duck. Sneaky. So, what can you count in your community? I can count on you, and you can count on me. The end. Counting on Community, written and illustrated by the amazing Innosanto Nagara, and of course read with permission of 7 Stories Press. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time today. I hope you enjoyed that one. And kids, I hope you're able to count and find the ducks, all of them maybe. And like me, I got stuck on this second page. I could not find the duck. So if you can help me find it and put it in the messages so I can look for it here. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time today. I am glad that you are here with me. Good morning to you and welcome. Wherever you're joining us from, please let me know and let us see who was with us today. And remember, yes, indeed, our communities need us. And we have a bigger role to play, not just for ourselves, but for everybody living in our communities, for everybody that shares our communities with us. And remember, they do not have to be human. It could be a dog, it could be a bear, it could be anybody. We have to make sure that this world is indeed good for everybody. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime and for learning how we can count on community and how our community can count on us. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Please remember to join me again tomorrow for another exciting story, and I think you will be loving this one tomorrow. It is called 10 Magic Butterflies. Do join in for that one and feel the magic tomorrow. I will be here with another story. Thank you so much for joining in. Let us see who was with us one more time before we go. Joining us, we had Marvin Injekwa joining us with Lutavezi out in Lusaka, Zambia. Thank you so much for joining in, my brother. Good evening to you out in Lusaka. And Ava Scarlett, you said, I remember that one from last year. Absolutely awesome. Love it, love it, love it. Sonia Abrantes and João Tiago out in Lisbon, Portugal. Thank you so much for joining in today. And we had Heather, good morning to you. Tusubira Sakama and Mbazira out right here in Auckland. Thank you so much for joining in. Good to see you, boys. Thank you for joining in. I hope school is going well. Tori and Liana, how are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining us in Seattle, Washington. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope you are well. I am glad that you could join us for story time today. Thank you so much. Karen Wilkinson, you say counting on community, also fond of friends, ducks and rabbits. Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us, Karen Wilkinson. Good to see you out there. And a big shout out to the Exploratorium team, Casey, Steph, and Ryoko. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time today. Absolutely love it. Thank you. Good morning to you. Good evening to you, Oscar Mwanakulanga in Katete, Zambia. Thank you so much for joining in. And you say, good story. I agree with you. Great story indeed. And absolutely, please, wherever you are, try and find this book in your local library if they have it. And also do check out the Storytime platforms if you want to see where you can get yourself a copy. Thank you so much for joining in today. Marietta and Henry at Harvard, in Harvard, Massachusetts. How are you doing? Good to see you as always. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you for putting a smile on my face. Thank you so much for sure. Salome Limata, you're saying, yes, let's add Nshima to that list. Absolutely. I will be talking to Innosanto Nagara to make sure he adds Nshima to that list. Thank you so much for joining in. Akawali. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Amanda, where Sarah and Nathan said the duck was right beside the man. All right, let's see. Right beside the man. Can I find it? Oh my goodness, you are right. Oh, great direction, Sarah and Nathan, for the win. Absolutely. Thank you for helping me find my last duck. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Absolutely. And of course, Marvin and Jekwa, you say, let's share the love in our communities. Great story. Absolutely, indeed. Let us lean on each other and make this world a beautiful place, not just for you, but for everybody around you. Thank you so much. And you say, such an amazing author. Love his work. Absolutely, Harmony Beth, and an amazing personality as well. Thank you so much for joining in today. I am glad you were here. Heather Farah, missed you yesterday. I am glad you are here. I know I caught you right after I'd logged off, but I'm glad you're here. And good morning to you, Enid in Oregon. Thank you so much for joining in. You say, I want to be an engineer after yesterday's book. Well, you know what, Enid? Everything is possible. Leave your dreams, and we are here to support you. All right. Thank you so much for sharing that beautiful dream. Absolutely love it. Oh, and you say engineers are artists. Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining in. And Jade, one more time. Ava Scarlett, you say, I love this story. Well, Storytime community, thank you so much for joining in today and for sharing your warmth. I can feel it coming right through my speakers here, my screen. Thank you so much for joining in. I wish you a beautiful day wherever you are, and of course you and your loved ones. But please let us remember our role. Let our community count on us to put on our masks. Let our community count on us to sanitize, to make sure that we are following all the health guidelines. It is for our good and also for that of our neighbor. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Continue being your awesome, amazing selves, and I will see you again tomorrow with another amazing story. Enjoy your day, and hugs and love from me as always. Much love. I will see you in the morning. Bye-bye.
Your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely. Won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some with people who look like me, others very different from the way that I look and think. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some with people who look like me, others very different from the way that I look and think. Read me all of your stories. Read me all of your stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Story time. Story time. Story time with Mr. Lamada. He will live lonely. Won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely. Won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be